data, but we didn't get that. We did have this nice weekly trend line that we could have pushed up to, but euro, and I'm pretty shocked that we're still here. While I was typing euro USD, I was thinking we were going to see some sort of upside movement, but we're still within this range. And if we zoom in, during yesterday's session, I did talk about this resistance we created within this consolidation box. Support here, we respected support here, we respected support here, and even here once again. On the flip side, resistance, we established resistance here, respected it here, respected it here, respected it here, respected it here. So, nice level, intraday levels, 1.1100 to 1.10700. So right around 40 pips. I was really expecting a break, but nothing's enticing me for euro. For us to get a setup, I think this week we won't have any losers. So we're just gonna, not rush anything. I think we're up 250, 270 for the week, which is on par for our target. For us to enter anything for euro, I obviously want to break in either direction of the consolidation box. I doubt we'll get it, especially because I thought the euro fundamentals are gonna be the catalyst. Looking at the rest of the day, we do have some New Zealand retail sales later. Thank God, NSD USD finally moved and we hit our first take profit. That trade took forever, and I mean forever to play out, but patience pays. So hopefully by then, either we get our second take profit or we just get out of the trade, or we can, if you haven't already, move stops to entry, take some profits off the table. Going on Friday, we do have some CAD Core Retail Sales, and all day we have, so at 10 o'clock, Powell is speaking, so that will definitely be a market mover. And then at all day we have the Jackson Hole talks between economists, and Powell will also be speaking there as well. So for USD pairs, I don't think we're in any as of now. We definitely want to be out of them by 2 o'clock or latest 10 a.m. Tomorrow. So a very quick week. It went by pretty quick. It felt like we didn't even enter that many trades, and we didn't. We probably entered like 6 or 7, and they're all winners. If you missed some, that's fine. As long as you didn't have any losers on my end, you shouldn't have. But it's great. I think when Powell speaks, we'll probably get some sort of movement on the majors, including Euro. But it's pretty boring. I'm actually disappointed, Euro. You could have been something exciting to trade this week. So pound on the flip side, we saw major movement. So early in the week, we got a nice short off our resistance right here, and it rocketed. I do not know why. I'll probably check. I doubt it's Trump tweeting. It might be some news coming out of out of Britain. But yeah, I did say, and I'm gonna be consistent about it. If we do get a break above 1.22,000, I will be looking for longs. And we clearly got that. We've gone about 70 pips above that level. The thing is, and this is one thing you got to notice is, don't get into the hype. So when you have a big move like this, you usually don't want to enter because you're gonna get caught in a retrace. You might not. It might just go back up to 1.23700. But most often than not, price is gonna retrace, and that's when you can get the best entry. And I think price will probably retrace to either these highs right here, so right around 1.20,000, 22,000, like I was talking about, or maybe even a retrace to this level right here, these highs at 1.22400. Just look for buy opportunities there. Obviously, tomorrow is a big day for the US dollar, so I'm not too interested in rushing, but definitely next week, if we can get a retrace to one of these two levels, we could actually start longing pound because it is due for a retrace. Even though the fundamentals are saying it's going down to make new historic lows, it still has to make a retrace of some sort, and this just might be the only retrace until it goes down. Overall price structure from the weekly is very bearish. We've had several occurrences with like huge bullish engulfing candles, but no real movement to make any real gains against the dollar. So I mean, just looking at this overall sell-off for the pound USD, even a retrace to 1.23700 isn't gonna scare away people that are in sell positions. No, there's definitely gonna be sell limits at this level. So we'll see. Definitely next week, if we get that retrace, then we could do an intraday, long to this level. But in terms of swing out trade opportunities, now are we looking at pound buys? I know some people are entering them, but they're probably more for intraday. Zooming in, I really thought, in the later parts of July that we were going to actually close outside the support region and go to make historic lows. But we'll see. We'll see. If you look at pounds price action in the past, it has had these recent or random surges like this one right here, off support where people thought it's a trend reversal, only to come back and dip below. So this very well be just an impulse move before it goes lower. We are retracing right now as we speak, so we'll see. But next week, we will be looking for pound longs from these two levels. So definitely some movement in the pound. I do not know why euro didn't move, and I'm not sure why pound moved. Maybe Forex daily FX could help us out there. I really recommend daily FX. So if you're into fundamentals and trying to read about them, they're great. So you can look at all their articles, and we'll see if they have one for pound. I mean, this move was pretty recent, so they might not. But definitely a good place to check later in the day to see possible reasons why the pound rocketed. So moving on, USD yen. I'm going to be looking at other pairs other than the majors, just because the chat's down, so it's hard to gauge what pairs you guys want me to look at. But if you have any questions, make sure you forward them to @ForexLens on Telegram so I can look at them. USD yen, similar story. Yesterday we did have a possible short, 20 pip move, but nothing real enticing. We're still kind of in this channel between this trend line right here that I drew and this previous support right here. Remember we talked about this trading range, the 140 pip trading range between 107 flat and 105.600. So price is still reluctant to go any lower, but it's still consolidating. I think it's just going to be waiting for FOMC tomorrow. Let's look at gold. We'll look at some miners because I am looking to enter, maybe one or two more trades before we end off the week. Gold, pretty similar, within these ranges between 1495 and right around 1405. Don't really see anything that screams get in. Maybe there's possible intraday longs. This area right here has been a decent support zone, right around 1490. You could possibly long to somewhere up here, but in terms of risk to reward, it might not be worth it. Pretty boring. The dollar pairs were pretty boring this week, but at least we caught the ones that made movements. In particular, NSD USD and Pound USD. So that's fine. We'll look at NSD USD before we switch to some of the miners, which I'm more excited for anyways. So NSD USD are short, and we shorted this like I think a week and a half ago, but thank God it moved. We finally got that nice movement, and we came pretty close to our final take profit at 0.63500. So we'll see if we can get there by the end of the day. But a nice 35 pips were made, which is great. And let's look at some miners. So usually when I'm on the charts and I'm looking for trade setups for you guys, I just go down the list that pairs that interest me. So Euro Yen is gonna have the same story as USD Yen. USD CHF could be interesting. We'll see. So this is not really. NSD CAD, we had a wonderful short as discussed on the live session. Let's go again. Aussie CAD. This is interesting. So I'm gonna extend this out. So Aussie CAD actually set up for a long earlier, about 2 hours ago. The entry we've missed on this long, we could have had an intraday long. It's right above, right to here, this range. Sucks. I wish I could be on the charts 24/7. Euro CHF. Oh yeah, we've swung short Euro CHF before, and yeah, it has hit one of our key levels, and it's in a nice channel, so it's probably gonna bounce up, touch this trend line right here, and go back down. Yesterday I was looking at one pair that did have a setup. So I think it was CAD CHF or CAD Yen. Might be CAD CHF. Okay, yeah. So CAD CHF, we have a potential setup for to end off the week. And if you have the chat, I'd be asking you guys right now, what setup do you guys see? It should be pretty obvious. We are waiting for a certain candle closure. So right on the daily, we do have a nice ascending trend line, right? We have a first touch, a second touch. We zoom into recent price action in the past days. We had the break of the trend line. We had a retest, we had a rejection, and it was a fake out. We had price come back, retested again, a rejection, and it just kept coming back to this trend line. So that's telling me two things. That one, this price point right here, 0.73354, between or from there to right around 0.3669. So this area right here is a nice support zone for CAD CHF. And if we look to the left, that is the case right here. You can see it happen here, and even in previous times back in the early parts of 2018. So that's great. So I am looking for buys for CAD CHF. The only thing is that we are still retesting this daily trend line. For me personally, if we can get a close back within this trend line, it'd be a nice squeeze to this top trend line right here. And if you heard me speak about the CHF pairs in general, they tend to respect technicals and key levels very well. It'd be nice to actually make a push to this resistance region, which we've been capped by for most of the year. And so that's what we're looking at. Intraday buys, ideally, when we go into smaller time frames, we want to break above right here. So this is not a trend line. This is not a support. As you can see, it's actually the trend line we're talking about. If we can get some sort of break above this trend line, I'd be more than happy to enter long. And the beauty of it, and I think I went too small of a time frame. The beauty of it is that the stop loss will be very, very small, which is great for a trade to enter at the end of the week. So our stop loss will be right below these recent highs near some support, and our take profit would be at the top of this trend line right here. 3.9 risk to reward. It does not get better than that. And if we look at overall price structure, it has been making higher highs and higher lows. So it is looking like we do have a nice trend shift. I think we're just waiting for that final push. And tomorrow we do have CAD retail sales, so that might be the push. But definitely next week we could see ourselves within this trend line, ready to go long. So we'll see. Hopefully by the end of the day, maybe by Asian session, we do get that close within this trend line, so we can go long, and then we can probably get out before Friday morning with some profits. But this week was great as it was. We don't have any losses, and we caught some nice movements, even though there was a lot of news. So that's good, but this is something we can do. It follows in line with my trading strategy. So I'm gonna take it every single time, because that one time you don't take it, it's gonna hurt you. So this is what we're looking at: CAD CHF possible longs. The CAD is doing relatively well against other pairs, most notably USD CAD. I think that was one other trade I was looking at. We did short it this week, and what a beautiful short that we took from this resistance region. perfect, very low drawdown. Since then we've bounced off this trend line that we've drawn. Let me just extend it over a bit. Since then we've just been bouncing off this trend line. Um, yeah, I'm looking for possible closures outside this trend line to actually short USD CAD. The daily tells us that we're due for a proper short. Just looking at recent price action, price is getting really squeezed to this resistance. So based on the CAD data, we could either get squeezed into popping up to these highs right here, or more likely the scenario would be we get a close outside this trend line and possible shorts back to right around this level, 1.31200. So that's what I see for USD CAD. And looking to the left, this previous price point has been a resistance for the USD CAD. Hopefully that will be the case for us. And yeah, so if we can get a USD CAD short, obviously that correlates with CAD CHF longs, and we could have a 1-2 punch going into next week, maybe Sunday or Monday. But that's this week's trading session, the last one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am sorry about the chat not working and the few issues we have with the portal, but we finally transitioned from YouTube. We just felt like our paid members should get their own portal, their own chat, and everything at their disposal. Because they are paying. We want to give them a good service. Take note that when you do get into the trading room, you do have access to all 8 providers. So please make sure you make use of them. If for some reason you don't like my signals or whatever, you can also use the 7 other great providers we have. When you have that many providers and that much talent on your roster of signal providers, there's no way you can't make profits in a week or in a month. Just stay consistent. So if you use a signal provider, try them out for maybe a month. That's my recommendation. And if they're not for you, then you can mute their channel and just enter the ones that you prefer. But hopefully you guys prefer my trades and these live sessions I do for you guys. And we did get an email. How do I contact RP about possible trade setups? I'm always down to interact with our clients, even after the live session, to discuss trade ideas. And I think the best way to do that, without obviously giving my personal info, is just email support at Forex Lens. The support team usually talks to me pretty frequently, so they can always forward emails to my inbox or just tell me in person, and I could answer it, and they could forward my response to you. But that'd be the best way. You can also send me chart work, and I can take a look. There's a lot of stuff I do at Forex Lens. So since you guys are paid members, we are in the process of creating a course, a full-on Forex trading course covering everything from the basics to technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and much more. So trader psychology, everything. You will see videos get released as they go. We're not gonna release the whole course at once because it's pretty extensive. But when you log into the portal, just go to education. And yeah, when you log in, you'll see the past live sessions. So if you did miss them, they'll all be popped up here. But just go to education, and we already have a few videos here. So getting started, you can have how to use the Telegram for signals. Intro to Forex, we're gonna have a few videos here, and more about technical analysis. So stay tuned for these videos. During our live sessions, if the new video was uploaded, I will let you guys know. But yeah, we have major things coming to Forex Lens. We appreciate the paid customers for sticking with us as we released version 1 of our trading room. This is not the final product. We have a version 2 coming out, made in React. So React is a different development tool where the portal will be much more smoother, more interactive, and just a lot more sexier. So thanks for sticking by us as we troubleshoot and we go through these growing pains, because we do have a very nice polished product coming on the way. And that's it for this week. We'll do a weekly pip count as always. If you have any recommendations or suggestions for the live sessions, or you want to discuss trade ideas, you can always email support at forexlens.com. We're more than open to get criticism and build a community. If you also have any friends that trade and you think these live sessions will help them, make sure you tell them about our trading room. I think it's a pretty good deal for $97 a month if you do go monthly, to get 8 signal providers and daily live sessions, 11 a.m. and even some bonus live sessions. So it's great. It's a great way to trade. I mean, you're gonna save so much money learning how to trade. If you spent 5 months with us, earning money using the signals, and then learning through these live sessions. You can stay with us for 5 months. Once you're independent, you can make your own shots, your own calls. You can leave us, and you're on your journey to be an independent trader. So that's the goal for everyone and for all our clients. To have them here for as short as time as possible, only until they need us, and when they're done, you're on your way, you're free, and hopefully you can become a successful day trader. That's the goal. But enough yapping. I will see you guys next Monday, 11 a.m. Eastern. We will be working on the chat tomorrow, so hopefully have that working. And another great week, solid gains, and that's it. So happy trading. This is RP Forex logging off. Peace.